Get too excited. You're absolutely going to love this plan. But unfortunately, I have some bad news as well. I can't get you the additional benefits, coverage, and lower costs and that food card you're interested in until the 1st. Do you think you could wait that long? Yeah, I could wait that long. Great. What'd they just say yes to?
Close the deal.
The enrollment. Does that make sense? Now, if they go, well, I don't know. I don't want to leave insert this. I don't want to change. Oh, okay. No worries. I'm a little curious. How come? And then we can get the objection out up front. Well, because I don't want to lose my doctors. Oh, okay. So it sounds like your concern is you just don't want to lose your doctors. Yeah, okay. So if you let's pretend your doctors were covered, your costs went down, your benefits went up, then would you be open to the idea? Yes. Oh, great news. That's exactly what's going to happen. All your doctors are covered, your medications are covered, your costs are going to be this, and your benefits are going to go that way. So with that being said, do I have your permission to go over the details and then you let me know what you think? Does that make sense, everybody? Mm-hmm. If they say, no, I don't want it on the 1st, address the objection. Follow? That's what we did with the Kaiser person, right? That's what we did the Kaiser. Now, does that mean they're always going to say yes? No. No. So, what do we need to do before medications?
Get the objections out the way. Get the ask the.
Okay, what should we say prior to going over medications?
Is there anything about the additional benefits you don't like?
Yep, nope, I love everything. What's next?
Perfect. The next step is I just need to go over your medications.
Okay, I would add in one other thing before that. Okay, I want to get a commitment to do the enrollment. Is there anything you don't like? No, it sounds great. Love it. The next step is I'll go and help you with the enrollment, right? But before I do that, Medicare just requires I go over your medications. I want to say the word enrollment, application, get you set up for the new benefits. Follow? Now, it doesn't take a lot of time, but I'm going to tell you, if you take, let's say you do 10 presentations, right? And you save 10 minutes on a phone call. Okay, 10 presentations, 10 minutes on a phone call. And your average enrollment takes you an hour. What'd you just create by saving 10 minutes of phone call? An extra enrollment. Now, I'm not great with math, but if you get an extra 20 enrollments, right, at $75 an enrollment, and we'll just say for the sake of keeping things easy, we'll say the effectuation's 15 out of the 20, right, about 75%, maybe 70, so 13. 10 times 75 is what? 750 plus another 350 is $1,000. You just gave yourself a $12,000 raise a year by saving 10 minutes on a phone call. Okay, oftentimes, right, we don't pay attention to the details. And then over a long enough period of time, the micro affects the macro, the mega effect at the end. 10 minutes doesn't seem like a big deal. But 10 minutes over 10 phone calls is an hour. An hour over 5 days is 5 hours. There's how many weeks in a month? That's an additional 20 hours of work. Do you know why people can't beat the #1 producers?
Consistency.
Okay, yes, consistency, 100%.
Not as efficient.
Okay, because they work an additional week a month in their basic 40-hour work week. At the end of the month, they have worked a full week more than the other people. They're just more efficient. They, instead of coming up with reasons on why they shouldn't be on the phone, they stay on the phone. Right? You're going to be tired at the end of the day either way. You're going to be burnt out at the end of the day either way. If you leave here not tired, not exhausted, you cut yourself short. Like, I've never been competing. I've never been in a sport. I'm like, yes, I'm so glad I'm not tired at the end of the game. No, you want to be tired. You want to be exhausted. That means you gave it your all. Like, we look at, oh, that's exhausting is a bad thing. No, it's a good thing. If you're looking for something where you never get tired, you never have to give your all, get out of the industry, right? There's other jobs. They pay you a lot less. This is the best industry because you need to get paid for your work ethic. I hated, right? I had some great examples from some of my family members and some really bad ones. But one of the best ones my father ever gave me was you show up when you say you're going to show up no matter what. And if you're gonna work, you give it 110%, no matter what. No matter what. So when I first got into construction at a high school, right? And I'm sitting there busting my ass, working twice as hard as the person next to me, and they're getting paid the same. It didn't make sense in my brain. Why should we both get paid 15 bucks an hour when I'm doing twice as much work? I thought that was stupid. That's why I got in the business, right? If you want to get paid the same as everyone around you, there's other jobs for that. But if you want to get paid for your work ethic, this is the best industry. It really is. It's amazing. And here's the other part. Like, you just get to take accountability. If your paycheck isn't where you want it to be, then you have to do something different. You have to do something different. I love and hate. It's a love-hate relationship. Personal accountability and ownership. It's no one else's fault but my own. But if it's my fault, then what do I get to own?
Success as well.
The outcome and the success. But if it's everything else has to change for me to get a different result. Sure, sometimes does it suck at the end of a month to look in the mirror and be like, shit. It does. But the best part is starting on the 1st, I can do something different the next month and a completely different result. I love this industry. I do. Because not only does it allow me to help a ton of people, it allows me to work on myself. It allows me to work on my communication skills. It allows me to work on my relationship skills. Like, sales is the personal development industry, but you get paid for it. You get paid for it. It's great. It's amazing, in my opinion. But it's also a very vulnerable industry because you get to, once again, own your successes and own your failures. There's no one else's fault except for your own. And now that's a tough pill to swallow. It is. But it's also very empowering. It's very empowering. You're the only governor, you're the only limiter to your success. What you actually believe you can accomplish, what you actually believe is possible. It's what goes on between your ears. I'm a firm believer everyone on this planet has a superpower. It's just so very few people know how to utilize it, control it, and it's what sits between our ears. It's our ability to manage our mindset. It's our ability to manage our mindset. Like, I've been asked a few different times, like, how are you so excited to come to work? How are you insert this, discipline that? I'm not excited every day to come to work, but I choose to be excited once I get here. I don't feel motivated every day, but I'm disciplined to show up anyways. Like, I'm not excited every day to come here, and that's okay. But I show up anyways, and I give 100%, whatever that 100% is that day.